Hi Sagittarius, this is your February 2019 reading. We have a beautiful and abundant month ahead of ourselves because Jupiter in your sign is meeting your house of communication, your house of commercial success. So Jupiter is giving you some amount of commercial success at the start of the month itself. This is sort of the first sign, the first signal that 2019 is going to be an abundant year, and you're getting the first validation of all the work you've been putting in form of something coming true in the first 2 weeks of the month. And if that was not enough, we have Venus the whole month in your house of finances. So there is a growth in self-worth and net worth happening as a result of that. At the end of the month, we have a beautiful full moon in your house of career, in your house of leadership, in your house of visibility in the world. So you're creating something, you're coming full circle on something which is in your career house, and the lights are going to be on you. The focus will be on your leadership style. The focus will be on your ability to release any inhibition you have in setting your self-expression free. And in the middle of the month, Mars and Uranus are meeting together with each other for the last time in our lifetime to set your self-expression free. Uranus has been sitting in your house of love, in your house of passion, in your house of your trust on your own talents for the last couple of years. It has been trying to set your talents free. It has been trying to set your joy free. It has been trying to set your passions free so they can run in the direction where you want to go. And now this final ultimate point that is happening just a few days before Uranus moves out of this house, moves out, and it's done with the work that it was meant to do in your house of passion, in terms of you creating something that you can call your legacy, you giving birth to your passions, you giving birth to the romance of your lifetime, or you giving birth to something that you can be happy and joyful about. It is meeting Mars at the last moment on 13th of February to release any doubts you might have on your capabilities, on your self-expression, on your ability to deliver the legacy that you came here to create. And it's setting you free to get the true value of your talents. And as a result of that, something comes through at the end of the month in your career house, which is happening around 19th of February all the way to March. Now we have a family element in play as well, which will start from 10th of February, and family will become a theme during the course of March specifically. But the theme starts in the middle of this month around 10th of February as well, where Mercury, the planet of communication, will get focused on your home and family. There might be some matters, if they were up in the air in terms of your family or real estate or home or the place of living. Mercury will be reworking that over the course of next 9 weeks. And Saturn actually is coming together in this house on 19th of February or 18th of February as well. So it's asking you to buckle down and resolve the family matter or the real estate matter once and for all. You might be looking to invest in a resource, which could be a real estate resource in nature. And Mercury will be spending the next 9 weeks to sort of evaluate that real estate, figure out the documentation of it, figuring out some terms of real estate over the course of 9 weeks starting from 10th of February. So that's the summary. Let's dig into the details. As usual, I'll leave the timestamp in the comments section for you to come back during the course of the month. It's a beautiful, short and a punchy month. We will not have a month like this in a long time because all planets are direct, all are visible. We are moving forward very, very fast this month. March will be, again, we'll have a Mercury retrograde next month. So get things through as much as possible this month. Let's dig in. As we start the month, we have Saturn and Neptune still together. I spoke about it in the last video as well, but the whole month will be under the influence of these two planets working together. This is what makes 2019 the year of manifestation, apart from the fact that Jupiter, your ruler and the ruler of luck, is sitting in your sign after 12 years. Saturn and Neptune working together makes us work on our dreams. It wants us to bring our aspirations, our highest inspiration to reality. And in order to do that, it will ask you to buckle down and fix a few things. It will ask you to become real about the financial situation you are in. Work hard on improving the financial situation. Work hard on creating an income source that is longer lasting, that is for longer term for you. And at the same time, it is asking you to cut the things in your life which are not of value, in your assets, in your value system, in the way you eat, in terms of your diet as well. So it's asking you to prune the resources aspect of your life to bring out gold, to bring out true worth, to bring out a solid foundation on which you can build your life for a longer term. Because Saturn doesn't come in our house for 29 years. So here it wants to create a financial destiny that is longer lasting in nature. But with Neptune making an aspect to it, we are getting softened. We are getting more inspiration. We are getting new ideas to generate resources. We are getting new ideas in terms of new value system as well. And we are getting new inspiration to change our diet in terms of what resources we should acquire, what we should do in terms of our resources as well. New inspirational ideas come through, and Saturn sort of gives us the discipline to implement it. But at the same time, with these two planets talking to each other throughout the month, you are being urged to buckle down some personal situation, a family situation, or something related to real estate. If it has been up in the air, Saturn will give you the tools this month to sort of resolve that, to give a structure to the home and family issue that you might have, or a structure to an investment in home and family that you need to make. It gives you the discipline, it gives you the power, it gives you the enthusiasm to go after, and the push to some extent to go after the things that you have not been able to resolve in terms of your home and family. All the planets this month are below the horizon. They are not above the horizon, which means that the changes that are happening, which are enabling us to suddenly get into the groove and make things work, they're all below the surface. So the things that are changing, they are not so much external in nature versus being internal in nature. They are our internal blockages that are getting cleared off, that we are getting into groove of doing and resolving. But the output of all of these planets is seen above the horizon. So the output is seen in your personal life, in terms of the depth of relationships that you get, in terms of the intimacy in the relationship that you have, and it's shown in terms of the physical outcome, in terms of how you look because of your investment in your diet or your investment in your health. It shows up in form of actual resources, especially joint resources. If you're working with somebody, to make a business happen, or you're in joint finances with somebody, you see the resolution of that as a result of you working the below the surface things. And that is where Pluto is. Pluto is working below the surface. So at the start of the month, there's another aspect. Pluto is a planet of power. It is sitting in your house of resources. It is empowering your self-worth this year because it wants you to do the things that you have not done before in your resources area. It wants you to create a financial destiny that you have not created before. So it is sort of giving you, reinventing your self-worth so you can make it happen. You will not be able to do something so different from what you have done before if you do not have some over-the-top confidence. And Pluto wants to create that in you. It first sort of makes us doubt in terms of what we are doing. And then with that, you come up with a newfound self-respect. And that is what is happening at the start of the month. You're getting a risk-on attitude right at the start of the month. And a lot of astrologers and a lot of people will warn you about that. But I think that is required for you to do what you're about to do. It is asking you to dig deep in your reservoir of resources, of your personal resources of confidence, resources of wealth, and make things happen which are different from what you've done before, which are sort of like giving birth to something new, giving birth to a new romance, giving birth to a new business, giving birth to a new talent, and investing in that fully and going ahead and going risk on that, investing in yourself right now. So that kind of attitude, that kind of very fired up and sexy attitude only comes when you are fired up from within. And Pluto fires you up from within at the start of the month. And it will continue to fire you up throughout the year because Pluto will be there for the whole year along along with South Node, along with Saturn. It will be sitting and reinventing your self-worth. Net worth is just a side effect of that. What it's changing is just below the surface. It is creating a very, very strong core within yourself where you trust your talents, you trust your ability to create resources out of nothing. So it is creating a very different solid base for you to operate from. And that brings me to the new moon that is happening on 4th of February, which will have an impact over the next 2 weeks of the month, which is happening in your commercial house. This is happening in your house of being able to sell something, selling an idea, making a communication, making a pitch, making a deal come to closure. So there is a new start of commercial destiny that is starting on 4th of February. Now, this could be a new branding that you're launching. It could be a new pitch that you're doing. It could be a new communication, a launch that you might be doing. But there's a communication element linked to that. And what's happening here is that Jupiter in your sign is supporting this launch. So if there's a deal being made, a pitch being made, Jupiter is adding its luck, its knowledge, its happiness, its optimism and positivity, as well as ambition to that. And it's giving you the tools to get the support from your surroundings, to get the support from the people in power, to get the support from people who are authority, who matter in this pitch, to support you, to look at you in a positive light. So this is the time to launch something, to create a new idea, to introduce a new idea to people who you thought was difficult earlier, to have a closure of a deal, closure of a discussion, closure of a launch that was difficult for you earlier. And that this is sort of the high up energy with which we are working, and the next 2 weeks we work on making it happen. And the thing is that right now we have planets at their sharpest, especially till 14th of February. All the planets, our personal planets, are at their best. We have Mercury, our mind, in Aquarius. That is where we generate new ideas, innovative ideas, things that we did not think before. You are communicating really, really fast, and you are sort of generating new ideas. It's fast thinking. It's coming up with things on the spot, and these are brilliant ideas, innovative, visionary ideas that you're coming up with. Mars is sitting in Aries, so you have the courage to implement these beautiful ideas, especially between 6th to 9th of February. You'll feel the impetus to get things off the ground, get them on, get them done. And you should try by 14th of February, if there's something new that you're starting, get them done before 14th of February, because Mars is at its best. Your fellow fire sign Aries, you both are supporting each other. This is a supportive element whereby you are charged up to do things. You feel energized to do things. And you're high on charm and intellect while doing it, with Mercury there till 10th of February. Doesn't mean that we lose the intellect after 10th of February, just that we are more open to innovative ideas. We are able to create more ideas with it. We are able to get people convinced about our quick thinking, our innovative thinking. People are more receptive to your ideas. So do that till 10th of February, get things through, and then keep on implementing them, especially new ideas, till 14th of February. This is also adding to your courage. So if there were things that you were not able to do before, which are mundane in nature, which you were not getting the impetus to do it, like making those calls to the clients, or making those calls to get things along, to move things along, to fill up those forms, to fill up those short exams, or just some day-to-day stuff that you were not getting the impetus to do, the first 2 weeks you'll feel energized to do it, and you'll get them done very, very quickly in a short amount of time. And there is harmony in it. There's harmony in terms of you working with your environment in a positive manner. This is a good opportunity to learn a skill as well. If there was something that in a commercial arena that you did not know, like learning a new language or getting into a new skill set that will help you communicate your messaging better, it's a great time to learn something and take an exam as well, because this is a knowledge time. This is the air signs are all about knowledge. And the thing is, both of these, the air and fire, they both support you, and all the energy in the first 15 days is air and fire. It is like fire was on last month when 2 eclipses happened. We got the impetus to get moving and do something. And now that fire is getting the air of Aquarius. It's asking us it to become bigger, more innovative, more widespread, affecting a larger set of people. And that's where you are. You are influencing a larger set of people by your voice, by your way of communication, by your innovative thinking, by your hopefulness and your visionary ideas that you're talking to people about. And this is detached from the over the top high that we had last month. So there's a little bit of coolness that comes with Aquarius, a little bit of balanced attitude, in the sense that we are not getting emotionally attached to a point of view. We are more open to new ideas, open to new visions as well, as a part of what we're creating. And you'll take that in from your surroundings as well. 6th, 7th and 8th of February is Pisces moon. It can be a little bit of emotional time with family. So being a little bit careful that around that time you might have a bit of an emotional home environment. This new moon that is happening on 4th of February and impacting you for the next 2 weeks especially is positive for people born between 12 to 18 degree of Sagittarius. So if you're a Sagittarius sun, moon or ascendant with planets between 12 to 18 degree, that means if you're a Sagittarius sun born between 4th to 10th of December, it might be a new completely new thing, completely new skill set, completely new transaction or deal coming through. Even for the degrees beyond that, because Jupiter moves much beyond these degrees. Jupiter is actually going till 20 degree. So going beyond to 12th and 3rd of 12th or 13th of December as well, we'll see the impact of that all the way till 10th of February. So from 4th to I would say 12th or 13th December born would see the key positive impact of that. And for the people born around 25 degree of Sagittarius, or if you have planets around even 22 to 27 degree of Sagittarius, so you're born around 17th of December, you'll see the fired up energies from 6th to 9th. You're like really jazzed up to do something new, really taking fast thinking, doing it, and getting it off the ground, high on charisma, intellect, courage, innovation, all of that good stuff coming from 6th to 9th of February. And this is one of the rare months when we have so many positive aspects coming together. It is almost a little bit too good to be true, and that is true about this new start. You need to be aware of that Aquarius new moon comes with a little bit of idealism. It comes with an idealistic picture of things. When we go later in the month, these things will change, these things will evolve, but the key over here is to get something over the line. So 15 degree Aquarius, where this new moon is happening, in symbolic astrology it is shown as two lovebirds sitting on the fence singing happily. This is a union of perspective. This is people on the table coming together and agreeing on something. This is happiness out of work done collectively. This is ideal of harmony, ideal of concord, both in relationships at a personal level, and we might see that happen globally as well. And we are hoping for that. All of us are hoping that global leaders see the light as well, and this sort of spills over at the country level as well. But as I said, these two birds are still sitting on the fence. So there are two sides of the border. There are two differing opinion, but right now we are deciding to come together in the middle and make this work, and that is the gist of it in my view. Then on 9th of February, we have a beautiful aspect, another one, Mercury and Uranus coming together. This is exciting news or some stimulating idea coming to you, which expands and helps this commercial start. It could be a new idea or a news coming from somebody, or just you realizing out of your openness of your mind that something new can be added further to it. So be open to it from 7th to 10th of February. Discuss with your surrounding, discuss with your siblings even. There might be something new and exciting happening in your life, a sibling as well, or your sibling might come up with something exciting as well. And this is the time when Aries moon is there, especially 9th and 10th of February. They look like very exciting days to me, stimulating days, having a good time. Then on 10th of February, Mercury moves into your home and family sector. That's where it will be for the next 9 weeks. So there's something related to real estate, something related to home and family that requires extra time to resolve and be done with it for once. Then comes the aspect which is very, very over the top, very exciting, very freedom seeking, and it's happening in your passion house, which is happening on 13th of February. Mars and Uranus are coming together for the last time for the next 84 years in your house of joy, in your house of passion. They're releasing the passion, they're releasing your self-expression, they're releasing your emotional expression free. If there was anything left which was not letting you be free in your self-expression, that has got to go. It could be an internal blockage of your values holding you back. It could be your old values that are no more valid anymore in this day and age, which are sort of holding you back from getting risk on to get what you truly deserve, to go after your passions. That is getting released and unblocked as a part of this. You're going ahead full throttle on. This is happening at 29 degree, which is the urge to break free of any limitation, any fears, any risk aversions in your mind. It's very spontaneous, very risk on, very exciting. It is like, have your uniqueness out and do not suppress your self-expression right now. This is in symbolic astrology. This is shown as a conductor who raises his baton and vibrates it rapidly. He suddenly points to the violin who enter on a trembo. This is called being right on time. Seize the opportunity. This is called being in tune with the situation. This is you going for it. This is the degree of Venus of Marilyn Monroe. So the love of Marilyn Monroe. This is the degree of Mars of Steve Jobs, the way he acts. This is being right in time, in tune with the situation and seizing the opportunity. You're going for it. The freedom to love or to express or to get value of your talents is something you cannot compromise anymore. And this has been a work of the last 7 years. Uranus has been slowly but steadily removing blockages out of your life, and some of them might have happened out of the blue. Suddenly, when Uranus aspected your sun or your ascendant, suddenly something that you thought would never move forward, it moves forward and a blockage is gone. And now it's at its last moment. There's an urgency to this aspect throughout the month of February all the way to 6th of March. You'll feel an urgency to be done with an old life, to be done with something that is not helping you create your legacy, that is not helping you create and give birth to something that you truly love and are passionate about. So it's sort of releasing your creativity so you can create value out of what you're doing. It's also removing some sort of blockage which might not let you merge with another. Maybe if you've changed the way you relate to somebody, the way you love, the way you express yourself to your loved ones, it's removing the blockage so you can go full on, that there is nothing stopping you from merging with that person, whether it's a business partner or a personal marriage partner, a committed partner. It's removing whatever was holding your passions back from there. It's freeing you there. There's a cutting of the cord here which is setting you free, and it's very, very cardinal, which means that you have to go for it right now. You cannot wait for it, and you'll feel that. And it's happening in fire signs, so it's firing you up. It's firing you up positively to go for it and release your passion, and you feel very confident with this aspect. This fires you up in a positive way, especially if you're an N degree Sagittarius, which means if you're born around 20th, 22nd, or even 18th to 22nd of December. This is like it's happening for the second or the third time, so it's like on your sun. You feel it very, very strongly, but all of you will feel an urgency because this is the end degree of a fire sign. You'll feel it very, very urgently to get it done, get it through, give birth to something. And that brings us to the other side of the month, which is very different in nature, because after this over-the-top energy all the way till 14th of February, we need to buckle down and implement it all now, which happens in the second half of the month, because on 14th of February, we have Mars moving into Taurus. So there is a stability to things, there is a bringing to order, and that will be the theme for the next 1.5 months. We are determined to grow, we are resolved to grow, but the decision in which direction to go is taken before Mars enters Taurus. So before 14th of February, you have to sort of make up your mind on what am I going for. And then after 14th of February, it becomes about following a fixed direction, patiently working on the processes of it, looking at the long term, looking at the details. How do I take care of my health in this process? How do I take care of the place of working? What is the work environment I need to be in? All of those things become the focus for the next 1.5 months, apart from your something going on in the background on your home and family, which needs your attention on a commercial basis, on a financial basis, on a basis of you resolving some real estate issue, or maybe a documentation related to your family that needs your input. That is going on in the background as well. So these two will be the theme of March more predominantly for you. 16th to 20th, as I said, something needs to be stabilized, and that something is falling in two things. There are two things in my view which need stabilization. One is getting real on the financial of it all, getting real in how you're rewarded, how you're paid, how you're taken care of from your resources perspective. And Venus is helping you get the resources that you need. You can ask for it, but Saturn is asking you to make sure that you are getting your fair share, that it's real, it's long lasting, and you are taken care of, not just in your physical resources, but also in your mental resources. So your talents are rewarded for, your talents are being put to use, that your diet is taken care of, that you're fed properly, that your beauty, your physical sense, the physical assets are taken care of as well. And this is meeting Mercury and Neptune in your home and family sector. So there might be, as I said, there's a real estate matter related to family, which I think you'll get a chance in the second half of the month to buckle down and resolve around 18th of February or 19th of February, when there will be the inspiration to resolve it. It could be a new asset that you're acquiring. It could be a new real estate asset that you're acquiring, that you'll get the impetus and the buckle down energy to get to it and figure out. This is especially true around 15 degree of Sagittarius. So 15 degree to 16 degree of Sagittarius, which means around 7th to 8th of December born, there might have been some family matters up in the air where you start getting more serious, and Saturn gives you the discipline to buckle down and resolve a financial matter or a real estate matter with respect to your home and family. Me to the 19th of February full moon, which is happening in your house of career. Even though home and family will be the focus in the month of March, but the 2 weeks starting from 19th of February, some career matter takes your attention where you're put in prominence. You're put under the limelight. You're sort of you sort of put on the spot to take a stance, to take a leadership position, and this is conclusion of something that you might have been working on for some time, and that is finally coming to a positive conclusion, and you are playing a dominant part on it. It's of great power, it's of great honor, because it has Regulus with moon during this full moon. Regulus is known for public prominence, it is known for great power, it is known for honor, it is known for Margaret Thatcher's moon, it is known for Richard Branson's moon, it is known for Winston Churchill moon. Those are just example of a few people showing what kind of strong heart and a brave heart and great power this conclusion requires you to exhibit, and you have it in yourself this month. You have it in yourself all along. Mars and Uranus, who have set your heart free, now are enabling you to get something over the line in your career that previously you thought would never happen. It puts a limelight on you. There's a boost of confidence which is helping you. There's a job opportunity either coming through, or you taking charge in your existing work situation and that helping you, or a new career all along coming along. And this is happening with a little bit of suddenness, a little bit of positive surprise, because Uranus is aspecting this full moon. So there is a element of I didn't see that coming kind of a thing. I didn't know it will resolve so quickly. And Mars is acting there, so it gets worked on very quickly as well. So the details of it and the documentation of it and the processes of it suddenly start coming into action as well as a part of this full moon, and you start acting on it. This could be the time when you should not hide behind anything. This is the time to promote yourself. This is the time to put yourself forward. This is the time to be the true yourself, your value, the real fire person that we know Sagittarius are, running free, running wild, running in their full talents and capabilities and their passion, and bringing that into work. You will feel like yourself here. You feel like being true to yourself into whatever you are completing, into whatever you're concluding right now. This is happening at 1 degree of Virgo, which means being true to your values, being true to you, being true to keeping in view who you are as a person and what are your positives and negatives, keeping that in awareness. This is not being delusional about yourself. This is knowing yourself fully well, having the self-awareness, but still going ahead and doing something that is beyond you, that is beyond what you thought you can do. This is you being very, very brave and getting something over the line that is bigger than yourself, that is bigger than what you thought you could deliver. And this is coming with a really positive aspect, which is Mercury and Jupiter combining together on 22nd of February, which is giving you the boost of confidence you've not seen before. This will give you positivity, even over the top confidence to some extent. And as I said at the start of the month, I think we need it. I think we needed to get this through. I think we needed. Sometimes you have to look beyond your capability to become bigger than who you are right now. You have to think about yourself more than what you are right now to become that. So this is the aspect which sort of gives you the boost in your base to go ahead and do it, to go ahead and take the leap, to go ahead and present yourself in the best possible way to a larger set of people as the leader that you truly deserve to be. And this is especially true if you are a November born, but the degree again at which this is happening, a 1 degree, you see where all of these aspects are happening, 29 degree and 1 degree. These are critical points. This month is a turning point. This month is a point where tide turns and goes the other way, and we go over to the other side of the hump because of the Mars Uranus aspect in the middle of the month, which gives you the impetus, gives you the boost, gives you the confidence to go for it. Then after this full moon as well, this full moon will have an impact on you at the very least for the next 2 weeks. So there might be a career matter needing your attention for the next 2 weeks, starting from 19th of Feb. But support comes more and more after this, because on 23rd of February and on 22nd of February even, Venus and Pluto are combining together. This is getting power in your core, getting power and confidence. This is very sexy, very confident, very much ready to take on whatever is coming to you. And it has the depth, it has the ability for you to persuade something. This is also happening in your home and family house. So if there's a home and family or real estate matter that needs resolution, the energy on 18th or 19th is more about buckling down, but on 22nd and 23rd is you being in power in that situation. The power tilts in your direction on 22nd and 23rd. You feel powerful within yourself to handle it, to take care of it. This is especially true if you have planets around 22 degree, or if you're born around 14th of December. Between 20th to 24th of December, there might be a personal matter that you're able to bring to the other side of the hump. There's just one thing I like you to be careful about, and it's not an area of confidence at all. This is in the area of not overcommitting financially, especially if you're investing into real estate at this point in time, being a little bit careful in what we are committing into, what we are getting into, what we are buying into, because the energy, as you can hear from my voice and the things I'm telling you, the adrenaline is really high, and that is required to get things through. But at the same time, we need to be really, really serious and really careful about what we are signing on the dotted line in the second half of the month, especially after 18th of February. If there's any real estate document or lease or any settlement related to home that we're doing, we need to be a little bit careful of the text of it. The thing is that this matter will drag on in terms of negotiation. Even though you're able to get a agreement right now, I feel that the documentation of this will require at least 6 to 9 weeks, because Mercury will be going retrograde on this area of your life over the course of next month. And especially if you're signing something or starting something with respect to real estate after 19th of February or 18th of February, it might be a little bit foggy in the details of things. You could get down to the details around 22nd, 23rd. It's a better day versus 18th to 20th. To get into the details of the documentation, but still I feel that it might be revisions, there might be embellishments, there might be terms to agree on further down the road. Then from 26th to 28th of February, Mars and Sun are together. You feel energized to get things over the table, or in terms of the day-to-day, right? The processes of this this career thing that has come through. You need to get that going. So you get the ambition and the action working together from 26 to 28. On the 1st of March, Venus and Uranus are meeting together. You'll feel that at the end of the month as well. There might be some sudden value creation, something suddenly coming through, a blockage getting over, so you getting a boost of either a self-worth or in form of a net worth, something coming through at the end of the month because of you working on your creative output, working on this career thing. There might be some value generation for your talents that happens in the early part of the March. But being careful, this month is the month of changes, sudden changes happening, things will go up and down. Holding your heart firmly, believing in yourself, because you have worked for this. This is your year. Jupiter is in your sign, your ruler, the luckiest planet that is there in your own sign. This is the time to increase the size of the frame from which you look at yourself, the frame of your life, the very thought process about who you can be. That has to evolve during the course of 2019 and become bigger than it has ever been before. You're starting a new 13-year cycle and it starts now. So good luck for that, and I look forward to working with you in 2019. Thank you.